All right, hey everyone, AGP or Manza Golden Petrie here, and as you probably know if you're watching this video, I'm the founder of MarketLikeANerd.com, and today I'm joined by my client and legal extraordinaire, Valerie Del Grosso, who's going to share with us her case study and her experience about what it was like working with us and the Market Like a Nerd team and the results that she achieved. So, hey Valerie, thanks for joining us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. I'm happy to do this. So, Valerie, first, what I like to do is kind of show everyone what total rock stars I work with. So, this is a great opportunity for you to go ahead and brag about yourself. So, can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Yes, so I'm Valerie Del Grosso, your friend who's a lawyer, and I help online and service-based business owners with all of their legal needs so that their businesses can be just as professional as their offerings to their clients.
Yeah, awesome. And she is super good at it. I actually hired her to do my trademarking, and she was phenomenal. So, all right, awesome. Valerie has worked with us in a couple of different ways. So she first started working with us and our team in BAM Academy, which is now called Selling Like a Nerd. So just in case you guys don't get confused, she came to us for BAM Academy and the Selling Like a Nerd, and then she got to experience our Webinar Nerds workshop as well. So we've worked in a couple of different ways. She's seen phenomenal results. I got this email from her. I had actually messaged her and I asked her, how's everything going? Did you make your money back from the program yet? Because I like to check in on those things. Like, I like to know that people are getting a return on investment, that they're liking what they're getting. And she was like, oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's completely changed my life. So I obviously had to get you here and talk about that because that was just so exciting for me to read. It made me very happy to see that I was making an impact. It's really cool. So, Valerie, before we talk about that impact and we talk about those results, first, can you kind of paint a picture of what your business was like before you came to us? So, what were some of the problems or challenges or even goals that you had that brought you our way originally?
Yeah, sure. So I came to you at an interesting time. As many people know, lawyers are only licensed in one state, and it's thousands of dollars. It takes a lot of time to be able to practice elsewhere. My husband got a great job just 2 months after I had opened my business, and so I was trying to practice from far away, and I was doing all the things that seemed to make perfect sense at the time, but are really actually pretty terrible. And the number one thing I'm thinking about is serving anything that came my way, rather than identifying not only the specific type of work that I like to do, but the type of people I like to work with. And so when I came to you, it was through a telesummit that you were doing, and I noticed that you seemed, if I can say it, better than all the people that you interviewed, and I really, I thought that you had great questions and great follow-up, and so that's when I came across you. And the thing that struck me the most was your emphasis on balance, which is not something typically that lawyers have, and I definitely did not have at that time.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, awesome. Thanks for sharing that. So that's how, life was for you when you originally came into my circles, let's say. What was the
Yes.
exact reason, though, that you decided on us? So when you decided, oh, I want to have a more balanced lifestyle as a lawyer, why did you choose us in particular to help you with that over someone else?
Yeah, so there are some other programs that I considered, but the number one reason that I came to you is that I found every single thing of yours that I interacted with, whether it was a Facebook ads training or any emails you sent, were absolutely zero fluff. And for everyone else, it was like they were very much afraid to give over information. And so I just came across a lot of sales pages, but no real information that was actionable. And being a busy person, I don't need a pep talk. I need the
Yeah,
exact steps.
you ain't
That's what
got
you
time
gave
for
me.
that. Yeah, no, actually, I love that you brought that up because that's one of our beliefs at the company is that it doesn't matter how much we give, we always have more to give. So we should never be afraid of overgiving. There's no such thing. We always have more to give. We know so much. So that's not something we're afraid of. Now, I'm really glad that led you to us and that you decided to join the program, because I've really enjoyed watching you grow. I've enjoyed working with you. Seeing you sell some of the members in the program has been kind of cool also. And now is kind of a good segue to talk about that, you know, the transformations, the breakthroughs. Can you talk about some of the results that you've seen working with us?
Absolutely. So I was kind of pessimistic about what my results would be, and that had nothing to do with the program, but just I was definitely one of those people who thought to myself, okay, this will work for other people, but for some reason it's not going to work for me. But what ended up happening was, through the program, it seems that you've attracted a lot of really quality people who are doing a variety of amazing things, and so it's just sort of a natural place for me to get my footing and to gain confidence, but more importantly, to learn that I actually really enjoy working with coaches and people who have online businesses. And so that helped me narrow my focus significantly. And from there, your emphasis on teaching us to research, it was like my signature program landed in my lap, and it's been easy to create it. So huge relief. In terms of results, I have, as of today, booked 4 times the cost of the program. There's about another $5,000 that is possible, and we're just about to open the wait list for my program, and I expect to sell between 6 and 10 of those. And so it's possible by the end of the month I could have about $25,000 booked just from this 6 months of the program. Mind you, that's without really implementing all of it. I haven't done webinars, I haven't perfected ads, so this has just been with a list of under 200 people.
Yeah, that's awesome, and I can't wait for that program to launch. I'm so excited. Like, I'm on the wait list, and I can't wait to go and tell everyone to join. It's going to be fun. Yeah, that's so phenomenal. Awesome. So you've made back at least 4 times already, not implementing everything. You've got some in the works, and by the end of it, you said it'll end up being around $25,000. Is that right? That's kind of the gist.
That's right. And then, yep, that's the gist. And for the rest of the year, I plan to do a huge list build with a telesummit. And so I expect that my second launch in the fall should even exceed that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like I said, Valerie was in the webinar Nerds Workshop as well. She hasn't launched the webinar yet, but my anticipation is that's going to, skyrocket the results as well, especially if you bundle it with a telesummit like I've been telling everyone to do. It's going to be phenomenal, because the telesummit will break you even, and then all the profit will come from the webinar. It'll be awesome. All right, anyway, so that's results, that's breakthroughs. Let's talk a little bit about the experience, because, part of hiring a coach isn't just necessarily the tangible results that they can get you, but it's also sometimes the experience that they create for you, and I think that's really important. That's really powerful for people to talk about. So can you talk about what the experience is like working with me as a coach? For example, if you had to kind of wrap it all up in your experience working with me, or like in the program, in 3 words, what are those 3 words that you would use?
Okay, 3 words. This is tough. Only because I could think of many more than 3. So 1 would have to be efficiency. 2 would have to be effectiveness. And 3 would be, what's the best way to say it? Customization. Meaning, I have watched you juggle so many people's different businesses and keep them straight and just give dead-on advice, and that amazes me.
Aw, awesome. Yeah, well, honestly, that comes down to having a system for everything. You said efficient, right? So the reason I'm able to kind of give that custom feedback is because I'm efficient in the way that I look at business. I break everything down into a system. So it doesn't matter what niche you're in. What matters is where you're at in the system. Which makes it kind of easy.
I love that. I definitely see you do it. And I should say that kind of the theme of all of those, though, is that it's really great that you are implementing in your own business at the same time, because it's like you're 10 steps ahead, which is just great to see.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. So this has been so cool. I've absolutely loved seeing your journey, and you've done such amazing things in the program, and you've been so humble about it too, which is part of the reason I wanted to get you out of your comfort zone and onto the camera, because you're so quiet and shy in the group, but I know you're doing rock star things behind the scenes with everything you're learning, so I wanted to bring it out. So it's been kind of cool. Thank you for sharing. My last question before I let you go is for anyone who's thinking about working with myself or the Market Like a Nerd team, joining one of our programs, what advice would you give them?
The advice I would give is to, if you're even thinking about it, it tells me that you're ready, because I have seen you work with people at so many stages of business, and basically everybody has taken huge steps forward. And so if they're even considering it, it's time, and they should pull the trigger and go for it.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. Awesome. All right. So thank you so much, Valerie, for joining us and for sharing your story. Again, for everyone listening, she is your friend who is a lawyer, Valerie at Del Grosso Law. And what's the website where they can find you at, by the way?
They can find me at valeriedelgrosso.com.
valeriedelgrosso.com. Awesome. I like to share my clients also. So as a member of our now Selling Like a Nerd program and our Webinar Nerds workshop, you heard it from her. She was able to make back already 4 times the investment, not even finished the program, not even finished implementing everything, hasn't even done her webinar yet. And that just, to me, sounds so powerful. So I'm so excited to be able to share that with everyone. Again, yeah, thanks for Valerie for sharing.
Thanks.
All right, and for everyone else, I can't wait to make you my next success story. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a nerdtastic day.